Sorry about that. Still early in the day. Hair can get a little out of control. Hello, my name is Dana Patterson. To those who don't know who I am, this is the channel, and these broadcasts. This is what I call the Church of Love. Anywhere I'm at, it's the Church of Love. Anywhere any of you are at, if you feel so, you can call it the same. I've been given this message many times. I'm not going to put a bunch of labels on myself, say who I am, what my abilities are, blah, blah, bliggity, blah. You can just look into my eyes and see and feel spirit within me and just know. I don't need to give any of these earthly titles. I am a messenger of the divine. I'm given messages through spirit, as many are. It's really just as simple as all you got to do is just say yes and tune in. You can do the same. See, we are coming up on a very, very important time. It's all been wrote about. Anybody who's spiritual or religious in any way knows that these times are spoke of. But these times are not supposed to be a time of fear. The problem is right now is a lot of people are awakening to these things. And in sharing them, they don't realize the actual nature of what they're doing. They think that they're helping to awake people by showing them the truth. Here is the issue. We were created from pure consciousness, from what people call spirit, God. And from this, we actually have, you might have to look into it a little bit, but we actually have the abilities, when tuned in, actually to create. We always have the ability to create the reality in which we hold within our heart. See, everything that we see and do is a reflection from the inner self, from what we see the world as. That's why even through, psychology and different things will tell you, what you think of the world is what you're going to get out of the world. If you're constantly thinking bad things, you're going to constantly see bad things. But it goes a little deeper than that. And I'm not going to go into all that right now. This can be looked up many places here. I've got videos where I explain stuff. A lot of other people explain stuff. But the important part is here is the fear programming. Because we don't even need to get into the nature of reality for this one. The fear programming itself will create the reality in which they want. Not only will it do that, but it will put others into the fear. When we're going around posting these things, when we're saying that they got vaccinations that's going to harm us, they're going to put chips in us, you're giving away your power, literally, to manifest your reality. And it's helping to put others in fear. See, this is the time of revelations, but people have that confused. It means that all shall be revealed. Right now, literally, on this planet, it is covered with way showers, light workers, if you want to call them, whatever name you want to give to that. It's people that are tuned in to spirit. Because at this time, the call was sent out. And a lot of people started to awaken to this. Hear the call. Awake to spirit. And in doing so, we are literally raising the vibratory frequency of this planet, meaning we're bringing it back into light, love, and peace. But yes, this is actually can be tracked scientifically as far as what's doing, just like meditation and prayer causing great things to happen. These are all capable because you are created from the energy of pure consciousness. You are part of God. We are all fractalized parts of God. When everybody realizes that and tunes in, then everything changes. The ones that control the earth know this. So what they have done is psychological warfare. They're getting into the minds of people. They're letting things be leaked out, going, yes, we could microchip you, we could vaccinate you, we could put all these weird things into your body. And the thing is a lot of people are waking and going, oh, wow, I have to tell others about this. They're laughing in the background because as it's being plastered all over social media, it's getting into the minds and the heart of a lot of people. And a lot of these people aren't completely awakened to what's going on. You know, they might have programming within them from this world that's got their mind into a state where they can't handle such. And they go into fear and they spread more fear. And literally, this energy permeates the whole entire earth. All energy does. That's why you can feel so peaceful in the forest. It is what we call spirit, God, and everything. So when this fear is put out there, it permeates the whole entire place. And you literally bring into reality what they want to happen. Now, I don't see many people here. I don't care. I will do this same broadcast 3 times today if I have to. As a matter of fact, I think I will do it 3 times today. I have this thing with 3. I don't know. I feel like if I do it 3 times, it's like a spell. I just brought it into, being. So please, the world is going to show itself in all its lies. Pray for truth. Meditate for truth. Just if you're atheist and you just want a better world, but you don't believe in none of this, that's fine. Then through your perception, through your feelings, send that vibration out. The truth will be shown without us having to turn around and push fear agendas. Pushing the fear agendas is nothing more than free advertisement for the ones who want to control you. There was nothing created higher than creation itself. Everything started from pure consciousness. There's nothing above that. So, when you start observing the world through the eyes of God, so to speak, or spirit, your higher self, however you want to look at this, you start realizing these things. You'll start seeing that we all do control everything. And that it's our perception that changes it all. So please, my friends, keep this in mind. Let's not spread any more fear. Let's not give their agendas any strength. That's how you do it. It's by putting your time, your energy into it. You can't get that back. You don't put it into it. It's out there, permeating the whole entire earth. So you want to spread things of truth, spread things dealing with the new ways, going back to the old ways, organic gardening, love, peace, puppy dogs, pets, post things like this. It's not that we're hiding from anything. We're literally creating our reality. If you want a beautiful reality, create it through your heart space, through your mind, through your perception. Don't create the opposite. When you see all these new energy things that are very good for the earth, post that stuff. Because that's the direction we're going. You think we're going to have lines strung across poles for the rest of existence? It's not going to happen. Tesla towers will replace everything. There is so much technology out there that's been hid that it's ridiculous. And that's what I mean. All this stuff will come out. We don't need to spread the fear. Hey, how you doing, Blue Bottle? I was talking to you yesterday. He disappeared in chat. But yeah, I didn't really come on here so much for a chat. Well, you caught me live yesterday. And I think the day before that, I talked to you for a few minutes before you went out and was cutting grass. I really haven't ate right now. Not feeling too well. I'm literally reaching out to everybody. I want to move. I don't care. I've actually started talking to people in different states. It's like, look, man, let me put a tent up in your yard or stick me in your basement or outbuildings or something. And any work you need done, I'll do it and chip in whatever money I can to whatever. I'm done with isolated living and where I can't do anything. I need to be able to create, man. Farm, garden, something, man. Build something, do something, Maybe once what? Not sure what that's in reference to. If you want to check back in here later, well, you got a husband though. You got enough property to put a tent on it? I'll come down there and keep you company. I'm not kidding. I have an aunt in Alabama. I have a cousin in Georgia. I got cousins in Florida. Man, I only got a few people left, but actually I got quite a few of them down on the side. I was actually talking to somebody in Texas today too, but I really don't want to go to Texas. I was talking to her, she was getting ready to prepare for a hurricane. Like, maybe that's not a good idea. I ain't been watching weather reports. I guess the South's having some weather. Tried out west, didn't like that idea. I don't know. What do you mean you caught my show like once? There ain't another person impersonating you out there, is there? I thought he was on my live feed yesterday for a couple minutes. And then the day before that, he came on there. It was after you had been feeling sick, like when I don't know, we had, I think, solar flares or something. You'd been feeling sick, like the next day, I think it was. We got on there for just a minute and said you were going to go finish cutting grass. Okay, I just want to make sure, man. There's a lot of weird Mandela effects and things going on, and quite frankly, reality is not what we think it is. So, Mandela effect proves that one. So I just wanted to make sure, man. It's like, oh crap, is reality melting on me again? Oh shoot. Well, I was thinking of coming back on here later. I don't know what would be a good time on a Sunday. Is there any time you might be around later? Maybe I'll come back on then because I really got to find some food. Take my dog on a walk. I woke up this morning. I did not want to get out of bed. Hey, How you doing, Rick Dog? Hey, I was going to ask you something, man. How much would it cost to make? Because this, I think I'm having better issues. I've had circulation issues, and I started to get spider veins and weird stuff. And even when I put a lot of water in me, I get issues. And I was doing the magnet things before, but they were little magnets in copper, and that copper thing kept breaking. These things are easy, man. I like it because it's like, I don't know if it's technically leather or what it is, but anyways, it's natural and it flexes real good with me. But I was wondering what it costs to get one made for this arm and possibly one for each of my wrists, because I'm starting to have circulation issues in my feet. So I'd like to see if I could get one for each ankle. But I don't know what it would cost and how long it'd take you to make them or anything. But I don't know. Yeah, no, I got all the other things you made around here too. I just happen to just be wearing this one. I don't, like when I go to bed and when I relax, a lot of times I don't wear a whole bunch of, crystals and stuff. But I've been wearing this ever since that day you said something about needing to wear the magnet one. I've had it on ever since, except for, when I get in the shower, of course. You still on here, Blue Bottle? You say you're sending me a package or something? I'm wondering if I should look out for it or how to come. I don't know. I know the mail and different things have all been kind of screwing around. I don't know what's going on out there. It took me 10 days to receive it. Yeah, that's not really surprising, though, because we're across the pond, so. And then they're doing weird stuff to our mail system here. They're trying to pull some BS, and I know it has to do with the election. They're, hey, let's do mail-in voting. And it's funny, there's an asteroid supposed to come through about the 2nd of November, like 2 days before my freaking birthday. Because my birthday falls on the 4th of November, which I don't know what that falls on this year, but I don't know. They said this thing's supposed to come right before voting, so maybe it falls back on that again. Every so many years, my birthday ends up lining up with some voting, which is crap. But it's not a giant asteroid. They said it could explode in the sky and be quite bright and stuff, man. But anyways, now the president turned around and did something as far as cutting down on the mail people or something. I don't know, man. The government's fighting back and forth, Horrible. Oh, talk on Facebook? It said just got on Facebook. Vote on Facebook. Vote for what? I ain't voting for shit. I'm the guy telling people to wipe your butt with your voters registration cards. I used to be an election official, and I have actually had the family that I was married into was Democrats, and I sat on the Democratic National Committee meetings, I think twice as a proxy. It is a joke, man. Brainwashed. I almost wanted to go nay just to throw everybody off, because they already knew that, okay, these were what we're voting on, but they're all part of the party. So they're going to vote on it regardless and say yes. Nobody says nay. They all say yay. Nobody says nay. I almost said nay just to see what they would do. But I never went back. I was like, And I wanted to switch to back to where I was, not part of any party. And they told me I was not allowed as an election official. I would lose my job, because if you have 3 Democrats, you have to have 3 Republicans. But they don't observe the Green parties, the independents, nothing when it comes to working as an election official. Learned all that crap living down in West Virginia for quite a few years. I used to work as an election official. Yeah, we get a second stimulus. I'm getting out of here, man. I don't care where I go. You know, I'll live in a camper somewhere. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Measure your ankle, and I will. I have to figure out how much it's going to be because homie don't have any funds. You know, as far as the bracelet things. I mean, I can measure my ankle, but like I said, I, I don't want to say I don't have money. You know, I don't want to like, you know, bring bad vibes to myself, but let's just say the cash flow to get them right now is not accessible. I'll just say it that way. What, they're trying to make kratom illegal? I don't. It's ignorant. It's like when Michigan turned around and banned flavors for e-liquid. There was no proof of anything. It came down to the governor said her daughter had got sick or some shit, you know, from this stuff, and they wanted to do that. And I started putting it all over Facebook and everywhere. I'm like, you all are not paying attention. It's not that. It's bad THC cartridges, because I follow a lot of channels that deal with cannabis, man, cannabis-related channels. And it's an epidemic that's going on within illegal states. You people need to just get over it and legalize cannabis. This is stupid. The only reason it's illegal is because it frees the minds. I know this very well. I've done a lot of study in my life, you know. So people were getting them bad things and bad THC cartridges, and they'd have like screwy metals in them, or people would just be using shit that wasn't right. And I was right, man. In the end, I actually lost a chiropractor friend because he kept saying, people are getting popcorn lung. And I even looked that up, and it was like, that's BS that's being spread on the whatchamacallit. That actually comes from dealing with microwaves and the seasoning that people were they get on microwave popcorn. Had nothing to do with vape stuff. It's all people spreading crap on the internet. And she actually banned this stuff for a while. Almost lost some companies over it and stuff. You know, one right here in Michigan, they had a heck of a time, man. You know, because that's what they do. And they were shut down. They couldn't ship nowhere. It was ridiculous. And they don't have enough on Kratom to say anything. I know a lot of people that use Kratom, and I've used it a couple times, and I didn't feel high or anything. I just felt level and not in a bunch of pain. And that's a good thing if you ask me, you know. Yeah, the carts are, it's all screwy. See, in the 90s, they started breeding out the smells of THC. Then we get into now where it's legalized, and they started breeding it heavily for a lot of THC, not realizing that it's a broad spectrum medicine. And CBD, CBN, all these things are very important. Like back in the old days, you'd smoke some stuff, you'd be like, whoa, man, you get kind of high, then it'd fade out to another thing, and it'd fade out to another thing. You know, you go to the body, then you go from the head to the body, and then eventually after about 4 hours, you know, it's like, yeah, I'm nice and chill. Well, the way they've got it now is all that's gone. Even in a lot of the flowers, just THC heavy. But the carts are just all THC. And what happens there is, boom, right to your head for a minute, and then it fades out to nothing. And a lot of people will actually turn around and add CBD back, like pure THC crystal, you know, and they started adding terpenes to it to give it flavor. Then they started adding CBD to it so they could kind of come back down. And I'm like, you know how you can get all that? The terpenes, the CBD, the CBN, all that smoke flower. Just take the bud, break it up, roll it up, smoke it. You know, when did we turn around and take cannabis and start manufacturing it like, you know, you're doing crystal meth or crack or something? It's like, what are we doing here? Now, I do believe in old school hash, but old school hash, like making Temple Ball hash, is using all of it. It's not separating any of it out. You know, you can do ice extraction and break it all down and, you know, and have, you know, your stuff that you use like the wax type and all that stuff. But no, man, old school hash is just like dealing with flour, just stronger. And you're smoking less plant material, you know. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you're saying that I wanted to ask you about some of that. So if you get on like Messenger or something, or I don't know, somebody told me that there's a Google Hangouts thing you can do, or the phone. Yeah, I wanted to ask you a couple questions anyways, Blue Bottle. Let's see, I can't remember what I put as the title. Yeah, put it as a public service announcement. Yeah, I think it's the end of this system. No fear. Yeah, I'll call you on Messenger. Oh, okay. Man, I have to go do that right now because my like I said, this chat will disappear after this, so I have to type in the guy now. Hold on, give me a second. How do I spell that? Yeah, and thanks, Jen. Yeah, well, it is. I'll look that back up here in a minute. Let's see. The thing, that's what I was saying earlier, there's so many people out there still spread. Dude, okay, look, I'll tell you what channel. Hope I don't get trolled over this crap. Nobody's trolled me so far. There's 130 comments or 130 likes to my comment. I went on Infinite Waters. I've been having some issues over the last few years with different people that I've subbed to. And almost like a dog walking around in a circle sniffing out stuff. Something just odd. And keeps saying, this is their agenda. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. And he says it like, make sure he says it like 2 or 3 times. And I'm like, sounds like spells to me. And then at the end of the program, it's always going, yeah, and if there's any sexy ass models out there that want to post for stuff, and I'm like, okay, man, this is not hitting me right. So just the other day, I said, look, man, I said, quit saying these things will happen. You're just pushing their agenda. Man, it blew up. My comment on this video just blew up, man. There's a lot of people saying stuff underneath. And I had said stuff about Australia, too, because I have friends in Australia, and I'm getting conflicting shit back and forth. You know, some saying, oh, it's complete lockdown. We can't move. And I got another friend who's always out driving around. I mean, she collects bottles and just does a lot of stuff, you know, to make ends meet. And she's always out moving around, man. You know, but she doesn't live in a fear paradigm either. So I said some stuff, and man, it just comments all the way up and down it. It was crazy. And I don't want to say what some people said and my conclusion on any of that. I'll just leave it at that. But it just keeps inspiring me. Like I was I'm in a mode today. Like, oh my God, I woke up and I'm just like, I got to get out of here. I want to cry. I don't like where I'm living. I tried getting hold of some family that don't even talk to me. You know, I'm literally at such a point where I'm like, look, man, anybody out there, you know, if you're anywhere near like me, you got, you know, an area where I can put a tent. Hell, man, maybe I'll just come live in a tent and help you out, you know, because I want to be around others like me. I can't do this no more, man. And I don't want to be in this apartment building. It's just too much energy. And, well, let's just say I am a very high version of an empath. And I'm sure some of you out there know what I'm talking about. It's just when you look it up, they say we usually don't proclaim what we are. Well, whatever. So even though that, I'm still keep getting seeing the stuff out there, and it's like Spirit is directly telling me this is my job right now. Keep with no fear. And I got a friend named Marissa. She's got an awesome channel where she does live artwork. If y'all ever want to check it out, it's called Nez Lover. Really cool. You know, everybody goes there. We all talk. It's great. You know, people willing to pray and meditate for one another. It's just awesome. But she's doing the same thing with that no fear thing, spreading the no fear, no fear, no fear. Because people don't realize they're doing that. It's like a spell. They're bringing in the agenda. They're like, look, they can microchip us. They're going to put this in us, you know. They're going to do that. Well, as soon as you're saying this stuff, you're it's free advertisement, man. You're making that shit real, you know. And I'm starting to think there might actually be a split, a literal split in what we call reality. And I'm not talking you observed and we're still here. I'm talking might flash out of here because I'm getting way too many signs, and so are others. Way too many signs. And I don't ignore the signs because that's intuition. And I've learned in life that never, ever should I ignore my intuition. My intuition was 100%. My mind, on the other hand, well, it gets screwy sometimes. I let it be programmed by this world. So I've had to do a lot of work on it. Intuition, on the other hand, that's straight God frequency stuff. You know, period. I do. Yeah. Sorry. I feel like a little kid sometimes. I mean, it's pretty bad when somebody says you need a hug and you start crying. I need to eat something. I think my sugar's low. Hold on a second. Need to find my earthly home. Because if I'm going to stay on this planet, helping show the way, I need to find my earthly home. Still way too much. If anybody's curious to anything, want to get a little more insight on me, maybe yourselves, look up Hyoka Empath. Actually, I think it's kind of silly. They say that people don't say that they're that because if you know somebody is, it can explain a lot about them. Like great big giant mirrors, man. Some people can get confused at that. I was reading something last night that was talking about it. It was quite interesting. So I was thinking maybe helping people to understand it more. I said sometimes people get confused and think that somebody like that's mean or whatever, being, you know, a certain way, when really all they're doing is directly reflecting what the other person is doing. Brother, you feel a lot, man. You feel everything. Everything. Yeah, we need contact and touch. I don't care anymore what any of these sites think. Yes, part of the agenda is going on right now, or that there's so many things going on at one time, you know. By hiding everybody indoors here, they screw the voting system. They help you to get sicker by wearing the mask and breathing that shit in and out. I have seen many cashiers over there almost pass out, get confused, and not be able to do their job. You know, I've seen ambulances over at that Myers. Take a guess why. Breathing issues. I know there's been people passing out in these stores, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude eating while I'm talking, y'all. My sugar just started really bottoming out. And I'm I'm still trying to, I guess I have to completely get rid of the human in me or something. Because that part of me still wants to be around people and love and stuff, you know? So I guess I got to break down myself to the point to where it doesn't bother me anymore, and then maybe I'll find my people. I don't know. But yeah, they know also that it's very important right now for us to be like the Who's and that David Grinch Stole Christmas and hold hands and sing. We're taking away that ability from everybody. Locking y'all indoors and stuff. And I say you all, I don't mean, to disclude myself and things, but I don't listen to anything my soul, creator, and the divine realms. I don't listen to man-made bullshit. They can't tell me to not go outside. I'm proud to say that I hadn't wore a mask through this whole thing, except for a few seconds. I had to because I did not have my sign. I didn't walk more than 50 feet, and I ripped that thing right off my face, and I said, no. And I just put a look on my eyes. It's like, I didn't mean to be mean, but I was really having a day. It's like I had to look like I dare anybody even question me on this. Nobody questioned me. Normally, I'm dancing and in a good mood and stuff going to a store, but you almost have to be defensive. I even had a mask. I was refused any help at Ace Hardware. Guy's like, it's our policy. I said, state law says that I am exempt. So you want me to get out my phone to call an attorney right now? He said, well, we at least need to keep distance. I said, well, that's fine. I said, I'm way back here. You're over there. I said, there's like 15 feet distances. I was like, okay, that's cool. I understand that. Here's the things I'm looking for. And he walked off. And I went to a Walgreens, and the woman would not help. The whole time I was in there, she kept getting a bad attitude about it. And then she turned around, like when I left, there was me and somebody else that's with going out. And she said, have a nice day. And I said, well, thank you. I will. And you too. And she said, not you. And the person I was with was like, oh my God, I can't believe you just did that. You took back a have a nice day from somebody. They're all in fear. Can't get mad at them. They believe the programming. They think they're going to die if they take their mask off, not realizing the mask is killing them. And that's another thing too. Population control. There's many reasons for all this. And I don't care if anybody thinks it sounds like conspiracy theory, because I know better. I am connected. I speak to the one. One speaks to me. Now, not always. It's usually me speaking, but it does happen. And I am given messages. And I am given visions. And this is all ludicrous. Anybody who follows this is following a program. How many times do I have to put Event 201 up there and show it to people? Do you not realize that was put out, 9 months ago? I seen it months before this whole BS pandemic hit. They planned for this, man. They know we're here. That's it. They know we're here. They know what's about to happen. And it can't be stopped. You can't stop the cosmos. The grand conjunction. I'm telling you, that means something. I don't care. I'm going to make it mean something. Even if it doesn't, I will just do my whole thing. That grand conjunction is going to separate out all this stuff. We will have paradise, period. You know why? Because we all say we will. I would measure I don't know where my Taylor's tape is. Somebody had left a whole bunch of sewing stuff with me. Somewhere I have one of them little tapes that I can wrap around there. Might have a tape measure I can wrap around it. That's what I'm saying. My old doctor, I was on the phone with my daughter when she was at the hospital, and he was talking to somebody there. And my old doctor said, you have more to worry about with the flu than you do this. You know, there's been strains of this crap out for a long time. It's all blown out of proportion, you know. But it doesn't mean that there isn't some kind of sickness out there. But I'm telling you what, I got sick right before this happened, and I don't normally get sick. But some little kid was coughing outside my door. Some guy that kept telling me, no, I didn't care. I could say anything spiritual. No, it's only by the blood of Christ in my church, basically. This kid just coughing and coughing. I ended up sick, man. It was really bad for me because I went through all the fear that everybody's feeling now or felt when this shit started. I felt the fear of all the people before they even felt it, and I didn't know what it was. And at the same time, I tapped into the energy grid around here and tapped into the people's energy that died, man. It was weird because I had talked to a manager downstairs about it, and she told me what happened. She's the one that gave me, luckily, she's cool like us. She gave me some sage, man. It's trippy. But, you know, it's like an upper respiratory infection or something I had. I just figured like the flu. I even tried smoking this thing. That was a joke, man. I was like trying to filter it and stuff. I kept coughing. It was really strange, man. For some reason, smoking didn't bother me, but the vaping did, and the vaping never usually bothers me. But like when I smoked cannabis, it wasn't. But when I smoked the cannabis, I started getting really paranoid because all the other things that were going on. Like when I tapped into the grid, there was somebody who died in here that literally damn near rotted to death in the place. And I thought that I was going to be alone and do the same thing. And I tapped into all that, plus all the fears that were coming up in the world. And I wasn't connected enough within for my higher self to be able to tell me what was going on. It was just all flooded through me, and I thought I was going to go insane and die. That's when I started doing live videos, live chats. I never really did much live chats with people until then. Because quite frankly, I needed somebody to talk to, and I also thought to myself, I know others are feeling bad like I am. I got to try and help, so, you know. Yeah, I have your email. Oh, and hi, Paul. I don't remember if I said hi to you. So are we all technically dead? What do you mean, are we all technically dead? Poke yourself in the eye and tell me if you think you're dead, Paul. You want me to do it for you? You're not dead, Paul. You're just a hologram. How you like that? Oh, man. Paul, he lives on another planet far, far away. Hey, Caleb, ain't seen you in a while. Some drugs and mess with it, probably no good. Tell you what, man, that actually made me think. See, and that's another thing people keep spreading. Talking about putting these meds in the water to make people comply. It's like, even if that is true, why are we spreading these messages? Screw that. You know? Got to quit doing the work for them and spreading their horrible, bad messages. You know? Spreading their fear programming. I've never seen a race of beings ever. And like y'all, I'm pretty motherfucking old. I can't tell you how long I've been zooming around this universe. But I can tell you one thing. I've been around a long time. And I have never ran into a race of beings that seems to be so, I don't know. It's like addicted to fear. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. I mean, when I got here, the place was weird enough. You know, it was like a lie. What the hell is this lying stuff? people being fake to one another. This place is weird. But I found a few friends in my own imagination. I did my thing. I went off into the woods. I did my arts and crafts and my little whatever I did as a kid. Then they said, now it's time to grow up. This is the weirdest fucking planet ever. What happened here? I mean, seriously. Strangest stuff I've ever seen. Let me think about that. You know, the issues I'm having right now, it's like, I've been all over the universe and I'm having this many issues here. Holy crap. It's a damn good thing we got here to help this place. Jiminy Christmas. Volunteer slavery. The planet of beings that's literally almost tried to destroy the planet. Strange, man. Very strange. That's why I say if you just give up this crap you're being told about who you are and what you are, you'll still start realizing what I know. I didn't used to talk like this when I got to this planet. You know, if I were to go back 20 years ago and say this stuff to myself, I'd be going, wow, so 20 years from now, the weed must get really good, dude. What kind of shit are you talking there? But no. It's because I stopped listening to this world telling me who I am, what I'm capable of, and what I'm not capable of. Which I never really agreed with any of it to begin with. I always thought it was bullshit. Like I said, I was a kid sitting at home with ink that I took from art class, tattooing anarchy symbols on myself. Not because I'm an anarchist and want, you know, all kind of crazy crap and people doing whatever in the world, but because I was convinced at a young age that once we get away from the false rulers of this planet, that we could have peace, unity, love, and no more fear. See, I don't have to have somebody bleeping my words. I can do it myself. I'm special. I'm one of them kids that used to try and do like the Kung Fu movie thing, you know, you out. I can't really do it real good now. I ain't practiced in years, but used to act like, you know, you're talking, but now and then every so often do a few words like one of them old Kung Fu movies where they didn't sync the stuff up properly. I always thought that was funny. I don't know. Who's there? Well, you have control over your own reality there, Blue Bottle. You might not be able to totally control what's going on in the world, but if we all join together in our thought patterns, then we do. That's what I'm trying to say. The nature of what reality is. You know, I don't want to freak anybody out and start, you know, get all weird stuff, but the holographic universe theories kind of show what's going on out there. Everything is light and energy, man. Vibration. That's why the Mandela effect is what it is. I've literally had a whole entire house appear in my neighborhood. It's like there's a bunch of projectors. The timelines is us going back and forth in front of them different projectors and observing different realities. That's why I say we can blink out of here. You just got to believe that you can go into another reality. Every time I say highest timeline and I work and push towards it, a lot within my reality actually changes. It's a Mandela effect that happens. It's me switching into a higher timeline. So we all can control. We just got to literally believe in the deepest depths of our heart what we want. Like, you view the world as coming into a great new beginning at the end of a broken system. If you keep holding that in your heart, then it's exactly what you'll see. That's simple. I said, who's there? Knock, knock. Oh, okay. Maybe you wasn't doing a joke. Maybe that was in reference to something else. I don't know. Oh, shit. You sound like my Skies 5D the other day. He was on here. Had a cannabis hangover. And I know why, because he talked to me on the phone and told me what he did. It was like, well, ain't no wonder you have a cannabis hangover. I would too if I'd have did that. Now, I don't normally have any kind of issues like that, but yeah, I don't got no stuff like that. I got just this teeny little bit of stuff that's got to last me for who knows how long, and it's a mystery what it is, because it came from a friend who was obviously high when they decided to put the plants into bloom and forgot to label it. And he didn't cure it worth a crap. I mean, worth a crap. I swear, man, I think that I had one of the first strains that I grew, man. It was funny because I had a friend that was a seasoned smoker who literally had to pull over on the way home because he was so high. He smoked it. But it wasn't, just because, like, I'm some great grower. It was the strain, man. I just happened to get lucky and somebody gave me a clone. And it wasn't just the strain. It was also the phenome, that exact clone, man. It was Cali and the Chocolate Factory. And it came out really heavy to the G13 side. Holy crap. You smoked that stuff, you knew it. It was like, whoa. It had good flavored smell, too, because it was a cross. It was a three-way cross. It was Chocolope. Then they used this, I forget what the strain, Cali something, which wasn't a really strong strain, but they used it to help with the structure. And so it was pretty much Chocolope and G13, but the one I had was really heavily leaning to the G13 side, because you smoked a good, a bit of it, you'd be like, just like that. It'd be like, knock, knock. Hey, man, what is it? What's his name? He's not here. God dang, the Cheech and Chong thing. Shoot. Holy crap, I can't believe I forgot that. Hold on. All right, somebody help me out. Cheech and Chong. Dave, that's it. Dave's not here, man. Dave's not here. That's it. Yeah, you'd be so stoned, you just look at the door and go, Dave's not here, man. Go away. Sorry about the dinging. Somebody sending messages through on Facebook. Somebody sent me a thing this morning that was talking about microchipping. So it was right before I did this video. I sent her a thing, being nice, but saying, man, we got to be careful with that stuff. So pretend you're not there. Well, it's probably easy to do when you're that stoned. You just go, and maybe you just forget that you're not there. As a medicine. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta really. I gotta take my dog out. He was supposed to go out a while ago, guys. Hey, if anybody wants to come on here later, quickly throw up a time that is a good, or however many hours from now or whatever, and I'll come back on. Anybody wants to talk, actually eat some food, we'll generate some good energy, man. I got to be careful though. I can't play the music and dance around and stuff. I got my first thing from YouTube yesterday. I think I'm gonna frame it. It was for the song Let's Groove. Yeah, I got a copyright claim on it. Can't believe that giant record company goes after me for it's something that's not even monetized. It's like, dude, it's not even a monetized channel. Get for real, man. Come on. It's free advertisement for your song, man. That's an older song. Maybe some of the younger people don't know it. Maybe I can turn them on to some good, funky, soulful music from the day, man. you know? Hey, how you doing, Fifth? What sounds fun? Coming back on here later and doing that stuff? Like I said, if you guys got a time, I can't. I try and set times and don't work out. Like the 4:20 time I thought was cool, but I guess people were busy at 4:20. So I don't know. Well, that's even if that's what you're talking about. Hey, Fifth, go on to your messenger and check that. I had something interesting happen on YouTube, and I just mentioned what channel it was on here, and I hadn't done it. I wasn't going to mention it because I don't want no shit. But I'm not going to mention it again, but I think I mentioned it to you. I went into comments on somebody's channel here, man, and stuff got really, really, really intense and weird quick. Like within less than 24 hours, there was 30 comments. And it's somebody you know of. A very, very well-known speaker here on YouTube. Likes water. Not saying anything else. Stuff got really weird over there. But it's exposed. There's a lot of things being exposed, And even for us, even though we're wide awake to see stuff that's exposed, we're going to start seeing more. Within our own communities, there are people pushing some agendas out there that's really getting nasty. And I don't want to get into it. I don't want to go on these channels, and these people can do whatever they want. It's just when they're constantly pushing fear programming, I have to say something. I'm like, look, this is my reality too. Screw that. Don't keep saying they're going to do this stuff. You have a huge channel pushing this shit out to many. That is so not cool. So not cool. It did this one easily. I can't believe that people don't see it. Never mind. I'm done. Peace and love. Peace and love. So, anybody want to come back on here later? You prefer hallucinogenics being totally. Yeah, in light doses, they can be well. Depends on what you're trying to do with them. But all I use is the cannabis. Of course, I use forms of like mushrooms, for example. I use those. Wood. Don't have access to them at the moment, but those things are all plant medicine, spiritual sacraments to me. And I'll have a good place. And actually, mushrooms, oh my God, the benefits from mushrooms, even in small doses, people like near end of life, all kind of stuff, makes them happy. And I know I've done that, man. Like afterwards, just like happy and free in your mind and stuff. It's just like that stuff was put here on purpose. That's why I don't mess with no chemicals made by man. But all that stuff's got a place, man. Ayahuasca, iboga. Man, iboga can get people off heroin. But iboga also can take 30 years worth of abuse and trauma within your mind and bring it all out in one setting. So if you use that, you got to be around the shaman. Period. Not to mention you can find it up here anyways. I think you got to go to Africa. It comes off some tree bark. We're not talking that way, Paul. This said it's 1812 here now, but hey, most of your subs are there, so I will catch up I'm not sure what that exactly means. I have beautiful friends. You know what? I thought to myself, if I could got my license, before to drive, it'd be cool to probably get like a small camper and just go out and visit everybody. Come to y'all's houses and stuff, and like even maybe there's somebody y'all that needs some work done. Maybe there's stuff that you haven't been able to do, on your own. So I come over, meet each other, hang out, help you with some stuff, eat a good meal or two, go on to the next person. Just do that. I'd like to have my own place and everything, but I don't know. I thought that would be cool because then I'd be able to finally meet everybody, and then I could help everybody. But to be honest, I just really want to get a piece of land and start my little community, man. Just basically healing, man. That's what I need to get back to the woods. I've been told I'm a healer. I have a lot of ties to the native side of my family. I have a friend that does Reiki, and I think it might be my great-grandma or my great-great-grandma. She was a healer. And looks like she's one of my guides. And I know I've been prepared for this stuff for a while. My daughter's uncle, he wrote a book, and I've got it in there on subtle energies. And that's how I learned to use ball energy. And he taught us about chakras back in the 90s and stuff. So it's been like preparation for quite some time. And that's why I keep always having the example of like Yeshua, Jesus, whatever you want to call him in my head. And I even had a friend that was telling me I need to get a hold of this guy in Kentucky. He calls himself the Hillbilly Jesus. He's a healer. So I want to get out to the land so I can start doing that stuff. And then invite others, like I would like to have some land and others can come there and live. And, maybe you got a healing modality. Maybe you got something to contribute, whatever. But not like these other things that I'm talking about. Like if you want to live in a camper, a Sasquatch nest, whatever, you do that. Whatever you do during the day is your life. But we all live in an area where we can help each other back and forth, Not like some commune thing where it's like, and we'll create this and we'll all do this and we'll all do that. No. Let's just all get along and live in nature. And then maybe others can come out. We can have like little get-togethers. So come out, they can get some healing. They can like go over and sit in the Zen gardens that I create because landscaping was the thing that I started out with when I was really young. And it went all the way into everything, man. Brick paving, big expensive homes, all kind of stuff. Raised patios, you name it. All the way into literally just going from that to building retaining walls out of giant slabs of limestone using excavators and stuff, man. I love building things, especially when it's in nature, man. You build like a rock wall, you got like a pond or something, the people can go in there and that alone can just tell you, it's like you're one with nature, and especially if it's built from somebody that's got the love and everything with them. So it's not just that it's beautiful and you can feel the energy of nature and God around you, but the energy of the ones that build it. And you see me smiling, so and I'm doing some stuff like that. There's so much love into it. I'm telling you, man, I end up going out and getting me a piece of land. I do believe these elementals exist. They like me, and they will be there. I do believe the land in which I'm going to is very magical. And everybody will want to come there and hang out, get healing, and play and have fun. I literally mean play. I'll put up some damn monkey bars. I don't care. You want to come there and just say, I just want to be a child today? By golly, go ahead. I'll even have a room set up with a bunch of costumes in it, man. You want to be Robin Hood? You want to be a knight? We want to be today. I'll go dress up too. Let's have some fun, man. Return to the child within, because the child within is how you get back to the spirit. Always. Yeah, only thing is, it's cost $350, and this was, man, years ago, to clear off the license because the state of Ohio screwed up. Oh man, they were making a killing off of DUIs there. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's just reinstatement fees. I paid off all the original fines, did I don't know, a couple weeks in jail, whatever, blah, 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 all that bullshit. Yeah, it's just reinstatement fees. And then I got to take this class online. Then they told me to release my license. They wanted personal bond insurance. And I said, but I don't even have a car yet. Well, you got to have it. I'm like, I'm in another state. And then the insurance up in this state is one of the worst in the country. They've almost, shit's almost went to freaking court over this stuff. It's just really weird. So I'm not saying that it's like it's, I'm trying to be careful because I'm almost saying that like it sounds like an impossibility. It's not an impossibility. Ain't nothing impossibility. Just like this land, I don't have money, but I'm going to somehow find something. I mean, the one person I'm trying to get a hold of is, I don't know what's going on. They just got a lot going on within their lives. They haven't been getting a hold of me. A friend in Ohio, we didn't get a hold of me. I don't know, man. But the thing is I think I'm pretty close to a breaking point with this. And if I do disappear off Facebook or off YouTube for a while, it's not that I'm dead. It's that I have no internet access because I threw away everything and I'm in a tent somewhere. And I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm literally to that point. Hold on a second. Let me do something off camera here for a minute. I never know what's going to happen with this channel, or the people. And more people start to come to the channel. I just, want to try not to be smoking on camera. Vaping, that's one thing. Even though it's legal and everything for that, it's just, I don't know, one of those things. Yeah. Well, that's something that I pictured in my head for a few years now. It's like, if we just had a great flash and everybody all of a sudden remembered all this stuff and was at peace. And that's what I was picturing in my head was like this grown man, going across some monkey bars and another big burly man, with like a beard running by him and tickling him while he's on the monkey bars and then running past him, and I was like, I know that may sound weird to some people, but to me that would be awesome. It's just like everybody let go of all the bullshit. Said, screw this, I want to play. Awesome. Been so strange, man. You gotta be an adult. Well, tell me what that is and explain that to me, because I have an aunt that's she's about 70 now, and I asked her about that years ago. I said, was there a point in your life where you just felt like, okay, now you're just an adult, or that? She's like, no. She said, I've always felt the same way inside. I mean, sure, you go and do those things, but it's never been like a separation from the complete child, or the younger person. And I was like, that's awesome. Because I look at the world and I see people who look like they've separated themselves completely, and I haven't. Well, what, did I miss something that you put on there, Earth Dog? I can't help it. I've been told everybody this. When people turn around and tell you stuff and they're like, well, you got to do this, and they don't see the stuff you previously said, it almost becomes like, oh, I got to explain this again. I can't do anything about it. You see this? They denied me my dentures because they gave me a partial some years ago. I have a hole going from here to here. I have to get a hold of that dentist, fight with that dentist. It's been going on for 4 months. He's going to have to send me to an oral surgeon. When I called about my eyes, they said, you got to wear a mask. I have COPD. If I try to wear a mask, I run out of breath and feel like I'm going to pass out. I'm not passing out, hitting my head on no tile floor and dying for anybody, especially a lie. A lie from the most just bad, awful side you could think of. And on top of that, they're like, and we're going to take your temperature. No. No, 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 no. Not in this country. Every state is a little bit different. Things are messed up. We have a medical system that literally gives people the wrong medicine and kills them all the time. All they have to do is read that thing wrong, and they have you under quarantine. And they've done this shit to people. So that's why I haven't gone and tried to get anything done as far as my eyes. And the last time I went, I was told basically that I have close-up vision problems. And my far-away vision was good, but because I strained my eyes so much, the close-up vision, that it's causing the faraway vision thing. But that's not just the only problem, though. A lot of people have eye problems. The sun right now is way brighter than it ever was. I see rays coming out from all lights, man, like really far. And it's the light out there that's been doing it. The sun is like a great big, bright, white crystal ball throwing out all kind of weird colors. And just coming in just this little bit filtering in here is making my eyes buggy. And it's not just me. I know other people's been having some issues with that. But yeah, I definitely, I'm not just going to disappear on everybody all the time. It's just, yeah. But I love y'all. If you want to come back on here later, man, look for me or whatever. I'll come on here. I'll get some food in me, man. We'll generate some really good energy, man. I feel that it's important every time I can to come on here and help everybody and help myself and help all of us to generate this energy, manifest this. Let's just manifest beauty, okay? I love each and every one of you. I'm going to go over here and see what's going on with that. Take the dog outside, get something to eat, and then go from there. And yeah, Blue Bottle, I'll get a hold of you over on the Messenger, and Earth Dog, I'll send you that measurement over there on an email. And I appreciate that, man. I really love these bracelets, man. They're easy on off. They don't bother me because, like I said, it's like a fabric type of thing, And I really like the other ones with the three little things too. Whenever I wear all my stuff, I usually wear those right up front. I'm not sure what they are, if they're marbles, crystals, what, but they look really cool, man. It's like one big one and two small ones. Yeah, those are kind of neat. And the one's blue, so it goes with my my blue crystals. So, yeah, man, it's really neat stuff. But anyways, I love everybody. Nice seeing you all here. Like I said, man, you want to check back in later if you ain't doing anything. We'll generate some good energy, man. When we're generating the energy, it is very strong because we're awake. We're full of love, man. So yeah, anybody wants to check back in later, please do. Get some good energies going, and I'll keep putting this message out there. I get people to quit being salespeople for the side of fear. Yeah, hashtag no fear, hashtag unity, not division. Love each and every one of you. If I don't see you later, then have a beautiful day or evening. Hopefully I do. I really enjoy hanging out with y'all. But I need to figure out this thing with the Zoom and stuff. So maybe we can all go on there and talk Zoom or the Discord. Because it does get kind of old after a while, just me being the only one actually speaking. I mean, I would go back and forth, but it'd be cool, man, if we all had like some kind of chat thing. So I really want to work on trying to set that up so we can all go as a group and talk to one another. It'd be awesome. I love y'all. Peace be with you. And remember, we are the conscious evolution. We're the way showers. Let's make sure we help show the way. Well, at least to those listening that want to be there. You know, like I've said before. Oh, okay, Fifth. Well, I'm getting ready to cut out here, so I'll be over there on Messenger in a second. I just had a few people send me stuff, so I'll go over there real quick. Anyways, talk to y'all later. Peace be with you. Mickey Dog says hello.